to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Detroit Cast. Sorry, we're running late on our salt. Oh, wow. Woo. Welcome to the Detroit Cast on a Thursday with Mike and Jay. Big E, of course, is here. Just got our salt underway. Tonight's going to be an interesting show. Seeing as
it should be.
Yeah, for someone. Not for everybody in the room. Well, hopefully for everybody in the room, but definitely for Big E. Because E just did a what is it, edible weed you stumbled into, you found on the street somewhere.
Yeah. Somehow I came across some edible
is that a gummy bear?
Edible weed gummy bear.
Yeah. So E just took a whole thing of it. And he's not he doesn't smoke or anything. So
no. I've been high like once or twice in my entire life, and they've all been.
And you barfed last time.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no.
Actually,
do we have a
once.
bucket down here? Did you grab a bucket at least,
No.
E?
God damn it. Actually, you know what? I've only been high once, and that was it. I barfed.
And remember, this comes on the end of him admitting that he doesn't smoke because he can't inhale.
What are you going to do if you
Understand
start
how
barfing? You're not allowed to stay here. So what do you do?
The bathroom's right over there.
Can you sleep in your car if you have to?
Yes.
Okay.
I always have.
Can you park it down the street?
Being the consummate alcoholic, or the wise alcoholic that I am, I always have a blanket and a pillow in my car.
Good boy.
Because I've spent nights in the back of it.
When you puked last time, were you able to make it to a bucket or a toilet, or did it just like? Bleh?
It's not. I don't remember. It's not very fair because I was. You're
not going to be like Stan when he sees Wendy and just pukes on her feet, right?
No, I
You
was
puke
drunk.
to the right or to the left?
Well, it was more
I'm going to
me.
suggest you do so to the right.
He's going to puke left. 100%. He's a puke lefter. He's going to puke on your. It's going to splash.
You know what?
Your feet.
I do think I go left when
you
I
are.
puke.
I can guarantee just the way you're leaning.
How I think about it.
Your body language says you are going to puke and splash on Jay's feet at least. Probably mine as well.
Right. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully I just feel awesome and the pains of the daily pains go away.
He's going to be like this fucking dude, man. We just all need to get along and love each other, man.
Right. What's all this fighting about?
It's all about peace and love, man. What's going on with you guys? Why are you getting so upset here? What are we fighting about?
What are we even talking about here?
Who's this fucktard you keep talking about, man? So
sounds like a real downer, man.
So it could take up to an hour, right?
Right. So it might be halfway through the show. Hopefully halfway through the show, it'll start getting a lot better for me.
He's going to start crying and then puke and then cry some more. Get all emotional.
Right. Do you get emotional?
I don't know. We'll find out. So anyway, something to look forward to. How was your day, sir?
It's great, Mike. Thank you for having me back.
Absolutely. Welcome.
Appreciate the opportunity to be here.
I noticed you haven't said well to quite well in a while. What's going on?
A little bit of a rest.
Changing it up on me?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't want to become one of those guys with a saying.
Yeah, I don't want to be, married to that saying.
Yeah, you don't want to be
quite well guy.
Yeah, you don't want to be like the pink hat guy
or whatever guy.
Well, that's why I was glad the pink hat got lost in some level.
Yeah.
There was another thing I had for a while that I think that I got worried that.
What, the pink hat?
No, there was something else at the very beginning.
You're being typecast?
Yeah. I think I had a saying or something, and it wasn't or whatever. There was something I think I was saying, and I was kind of glad.
It was yada yada, probably.
Maybe that was it. And I didn't want something to become where I had to say it.
Yada yada yada. What does that even mean?
That is why I did not on purposely leave the pink hat in Grand Rapids. But
I'm starting to think you did.
But that is why I wasn't too bummed out about it, because I didn't want to have to like 10 years down the line. We're doing shows and I'm just have to wear this
gray hair, wearing a pink hat.
Right. I have to wear this pink Branson, Missouri hat.
I think we should still try to retrieve it though, just for posterity.
I should try to get it back.
Yeah, for the archives, if nothing more.
The problem is, God, that was a long time ago now.
But you know the people's house, right?
I do know who it was at. Yes.
Inquire, E. It's worth an inquiry.
Dare I say, a big show on a Thursday. We got a lot to get to. A little update on the Uber guy that got into the fight. We got a toik.
You got maced, motherfucker.
That douchebag. Charles Pugh lawsuit.
The civil suit.
Yes,
I think
sir.
the criminal thing has just gotten underway too, right?
Yes, he's testifying again later today. Spontaneous combustion, Halloween fallout, a Halloween costume.
Oh, this kicks ass. You showed me this. This is unbelievable.
Kind of badass. More information coming out on G.I. Joe Glenowicz, the cop that was found dead near Chicago.
Right. And then the manhunt went on for the one black guy with two white friends.
Right.
Is what he radioed in, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We'll give you an update on that crazy story developing there that just kind of blew up today. And the Russian airliner that exploded, they're saying now U.S. intelligence thinks it was a bomb. And all fingers are pointing towards ISIS. It's likely caused by an explosion in one of the engines, they're saying now. This conclusion came from initial analysis of the black box recorders and observations at the crash site. Announcement came soon after ISIS issued the audio message saying, "We brought it down. Die in your rage. We are under no obligation to explain how it came down. Prove that we didn't bring it down and how it came down."
Prove that we didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, which is kind of interesting. Why would they usually are fully absolutely have no problem telling you exactly how they did something and why.
Yeah, the speculation is they have a man on the inside or a group,
right?
Or they have maybe procedures put in place at other airports, same way.
Yeah,
somebody on the inside with baggage or vending,
which we've seen before. Remember, where was that? Was that in Atlanta earlier this year? Where the guys that worked there, I don't remember if they were security or whatever, but they would come into to work. They might have been baggage handler guys, but they came in with all those guns and then went into the bathroom.
Yes,
and were able to
remember that.
Then when partners on the inside cleared through the checkouts, security checkpoints, now you get into that spot where we've all been in the airport where you're just waiting for your flight, go into the bathroom, exchange bags. Now you've got all these weapons, and that unfolded and they got caught, but it was a clear example of holy shit, the airports are not nearly as tight security wise as people think they are. And so this I don't know, this doesn't look good though if these guys are able to get a bomb inside a Russian jet.
Wow. Yeah, no, and I was listening to the reports all day long. It was really annoying to hear the same over and over, like, is it possible that this was terrorism committed by ISIS? Like, fuck, dude, why are you marginally surprised that this was terrorism by ISIS?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
like it's very, very likely. It's probable that next week they do it again. Are you like, what are you even questioning this?
That's their goal. I mean, and they make no mistake about that. A doctor who examined around half the bodies recovered from the crash site said many had suffered horrific burns moments before their death. His comments add further weight to the evidence that the plane suffered an explosion or catastrophic fire that caused it to break up midair. Forensic experts also revealed today that initial tests found no explosives on the victims. So I don't know. I mean, wouldn't you think there would be explosives?
I know nothing of explosives, but that would seem reasonable that you'd find
kind of like
everywhere.
Gunpowder on a hand firing a gun. You would just think that if there was an explosive that went, I don't know.
Maybe it's in the cargo hold or something like that where it's far enough away from the people.
Yeah. The jihadist group, which operates in the Sinai Peninsula, again, provided no details in its claim of responsibility. We brought it down, bring the wreckage and search it, bring your black boxes and analyze them and tell us the results of your investigation. We will detail how it came down at the time of our choosing. Is what they said. The group claimed that the plane was brought down on the 17th day of the month of the Muharram.
Sure.
Muslim lunar calendar. We're all very familiar with the Muslim lunar calendar. And the first anniversary of the affiliate's Pledge of Allegiance to ISIS.
Oh.
So it's an anniversary bombing. Very nice. Brandishing a knife and surrounded by four fellow jihadis, a man speaking in Russian and Arabic also warns Vlad Putin of more attacks in revenge for the airstrikes.
Well, unlike our leader, I think Vlad Putin is going to have something to say about this.
Yeah. I totally agree. And this could open up a whole new can in this war with Vlad Putin because he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And that dude's psychotic. So I don't know. Maybe this isn't so bad. 224 people maybe had to take one for the team to get Russia on board to just go lay waste. But
yeah, the interesting part too is that a lot of British flights, I guess, go through that airport too.
Yeah.
So they specifically chose Russia, surely because of the action.
Yeah.
in Syria.
Yeah.
Did you hear? By the way, I think I heard that Vladimir Putin
No, you got it.
contacted Elton John saying he was
Elton
sorry for the phone thing, the phone
Oh, the scam?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
yeah. But I
I didn't know there was follow up by actual Putin.
That's my
Remember,
point.
There was
I
the
thought
fake
Putin's
guy.
people, came out and said, well, maybe somewhere down the line he can actually talk to you. Because Elton John was like, I don't know if you listened to that phone call.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, he bought so hard. On that. He's like,
why
I
would
mean, you
he-
could like hear him like, I'm on with the president right now. I'm talking to him. Now I know. Yes, thank you, sir. Oh, this is such an honor. Oh, it's such an honor. He's so proud
Yeah,
of the accomplishment of talking to this world leader.
yeah.
And
Damn it,
total
I
bullshit.
Making
swear I-
headway on human rights,
Yeah.
gayness.
I'll have to look it up more, but I swear I heard just like today or yesterday, that someone said he actually reached out or met him in some level, apologized for. But
Why would he
maybe-
apologize? Putin didn't have anything to
Yeah.
do with it.
I don't know.
If anything, Elton John owes Putin an apology.
Yeah,
Dragging his
let me
name
try
into
to-
this.
Let me try to see where I found it. But
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see where this goes, but I'm trying to see if there's any more details.
Well, ISIS, of course, has incentive to jump all over and say it was us, because they're
Yeah.
competing directly with Al Qaeda, which
Yeah.
is ridiculous to think about. That there's these two organizations,
and others. There's a
Oh,
lot
sure,
of them, but
all kind of subsets of all of them, and the Arabian Peninsula and all this bullshit.
yeah,
And then all these, and I guess the group that you mentioned before is a subset that's trying to impress ISIS.
right.
So it wasn't like ISIS,
The Sinai
proper.
Peninsula
Right.
jihadists who
Yeah.
pledge their allegiance to ISIS. Yeah.
It's absurd. So yeah, there's that, and then I don't know where my train of thought was going after that.
Well, they're interrogating the caterers now because they're wondering how this got on board. So they're looking at the people who are working behind the scenes at the airport and brought food onto the rear of that
Yeah.
jet. And they're also BP is got guys on there to look at the fuel to see if anything was tampered with in the fuel. That maybe could have had something to do with it. So yeah, it's still early in this, but but to have U.S. Officials come out and publicly claim that they very well think that this could be ISIS says a lot. You know, they tend to hold their tongue.
Yeah, for sure. Especially given the administration's overall stance that ISIS isn't really that big of a deal.
Yeah, right.
Don't
yeah,
really
the JV
have to
team.
worry about that.
The other big news today, if you were watching any of the news, was
hey, real quick,
what?
I was right, dude. They did say it just came out that it says Elton John flattered after President Putin rang him to apologize for the hoax. So I don't know.
God, that seems so beyond what Putin would get involved in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just the little I know about Putin, he just seems like he'd be so removed from something like that.
Yeah.
Pop culture wise.
Yeah. Well, that was a big story. I agree. Why would he care?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? I mean, it really had nothing to do with him. He did say shortly after that, which I was surprised at the time. What was that, a month or 2 months ago, whenever that went down?
I think, I think I don't know when the call was, but
Yeah, but it was like a day or two after that call went public that I don't know if it was quoting Putin, or it might have been just his guys said something about it was kind of a breakthrough moment because he was saying, oh yeah, we could see Putin talking to him, you know, somewhere down the line. But that I don't think that says anything like he's addressing the issues that Elton wants to talk about with him. So
right.
what are you looking goofy
Nothing.
for, E?
What do you mean?
Are you feeling hammered already, you son of a bitch? Has it kicked in after 10 minutes? He's
It has a little, dude. It has a little bit.
What are you feeling? You were looking at me all googly eyed.
There was like
Take off your glasses. Let me see those beady little.
Oh, my
jeez.
God.
Put them back
Oh,
on.
jeez.
Put them back
Unlike
on.
him, his giant head,
I don't
or
know.
his beady little eyes.
Soulless, shark
I don't know how to explain it.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eye.
They very much are like doll's eyes.
Yeah.
They are. So look at his face.
What?
Your face looks like it's melting, E. You're starting to perspire above the brow.
What? Anyway,
No, go ahead. Finish your thought. You were about to say something.
don't know.
You were about to
Really
wow the.
profound.
You were about to wow the class.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I think you were. Didn't you get that
I
sense,
did.
Jay?
Something profound was coming.
If you want to stand to address the class, feel free.
Don't think that'd be a good idea.
Son of a bitch, he's 10 minutes in.
I know, dude. I don't know. Sorry.
Anyway, more details on the guy. I can't even look at him.
Come on, Big E.
I'm
Is that
sorry.
all you got?
more details coming out on G.I. Joe Glenowicz. And this really shouldn't surprise Detroit Cast listeners all that much because we
discussed this possibility.
We discussed the possibility of this being a suicide a long time ago. And now
set the scene for us very briefly.
Well, he was the guy that was gunned down. What
on his way to work, one of the final days before he retired.
Fox Lake, Illinois, near Chicago.
On his way to work, and he calls in to dispatch or wherever you call in.
Dispatch, yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, on that little shoulder.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He calls in.
Yeah,
I'm going to investigate. We've got 3 possible perps behind kind of an industrial park area.
2 white male, 1 black male. Going to investigate.
And then that's it. It goes radio silent, right? And they find his body.
Should we send back up? Negative.
He's finding this profoundly funny.
Sorry.
Oh, shitty.
Yeah.
So then he goes radio silent. They investigate like what the hell happened, and they're on the lookout for 3 perps, and they freaking rip the town apart, like every video, and investigate the shit out of it. FBI comes in, all this stuff, and there's just nothing.
Yeah. Well, now they're saying that manhunt and those people didn't exist. They're saying the 3 perps didn't exist. He killed himself September 1st after embezzling funds from police in the village of Fox Lake, Illinois, for 7 years. Yeah. That's what they confirmed.
All we heard about the whole time. What a good guy.
Hero.
Wow.
Total hero.
Just a tragic turn of events as he was about to retire. Just an outstanding officer.
Yeah, a week or 2 weeks from retirement. Police say he committed the ultimate betrayal by stealing cash set aside for teenagers who aspired to one day join law enforcement. Wow. The married father of 4 took a 5-figure sum, which was supposed to be used by the Explorers Youth Program, and spent it on vacations, personal items, mortgage payments, and adult websites. Can one of these stories not include adult website purchases, please?
5 figures. What are we talking about?
What?
5-figure sum. What are we talking? Look how easy he is. Look at that moon face kid.
Like 50,000.
Okay. What would be the maximum you could have in 5 figures?
100,000.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
I did not think he was going to get that right. I really did.
No.
99.
Hey, all right.
Dollars?
99.99. Right? Yeah.
99.99.
Yeah, you forgot the 99 cents, but we'll let it slide.
Worky.
Let it slide.
Son of a bitch.
Too much time in the math room and not enough time learning the English language.
I'm sorry.
Dude, he's wasted. What What's so funny? This is a terribly. This story is. There's absolutely nothing funny about
suicide
this
of a
story.
cop. Stole money from kids.
Stole money from children.
Yeah. Gang rape.
I was gonna say something. Sorry.
No, finish
I'm
it
sorry.
out.
Sorry.
He's wasted.
Can I Periscope Biggie?
Oh, I was gonna say maybe
Sure.
I could understand. Maybe I was wrong about like if everyone was just doing this in the bar, maybe it'd still be okay. Like it was alcohol. You could.
Wait, what?
You wouldn't need beer anymore, right?
You said it socially. It wasn't
right. It was awkward.
Fun.
So,
But you think maybe after doing
but
it, like,
maybe.
yeah, because the only other time you've been high, you were wasted off beer.
Yeah,
right?
I wasn't wasted. Yeah.
Yeah. You might be able to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Look at that son of a bitch.
Sorry, dude.
This is a very, very sad story we're discussing. This cop committed suicide and stole money from children.
I know, but it's
What's so funny?
Maybe you should have put your toe in the water. Maybe half a gun.
I know, but I don't know.
Go big or go
Well, I
home.
feel
Ready?
like I'm trying to say stuff.
You're trying.
Yeah, you asshole.
Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody.
What? Hi, everybody.
I'm high.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
You're getting a lot of hearts and high on what? Periscope star in the making.
High on life.
I.e.
I think he should be ashamed of himself.
Sorry.
I think he should go into the
We
background.
can continue the show. It's fine.
Well,
Can this be my producer of the day?
yes, this can be your producer for the day.
Getting high.
Getting high. Getting high.
We're just gonna take.
There you go,
50.
David Helm.
What a rack! Look at him. He's gurgling. Oh my
We're gonna
god!
take like 10 or 15 minutes, and we're gonna and then we can move on to the normal show.
Here's his producer for the day segment.
Brought to you by David Helm Law for divorce.
No, you got that
No,
read
go.
out well. That was
Go, do the
good.
commercial.
No, you did good.
Do we have a read?
Yeah, here you go. Do a GLV. Come on, man.
Should I haven't read this one before.
Be a pro.
Sorry. My eyes can't focus.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
Biggie.
Great Lakes Vapor. Are you ready to quit smoking once and for all? Well, yeah, you can just do edibles, I guess now. Great Lakes Vapor is here to make that reality.
No, this is good. This is smooth.
Their e-cigs are handmade and guaranteed for life. Sorry.
This is unbearable. Someone just said, E.
Check them out online at greatlakesvapor.com and have everything you need mailed right to your door.
You realize they're not paying for this read, right? They're not going to, nobody in their right mind would pay for this read.
Well, I got to finish.
You're hurting their business right now.
Sorry.
You're not helping.
Great Lakes Vapor.
People are deciding never to go to Great Lakes Vapor right now.
Is the best
Says him.
to order refills.
Says that guy.
And all their God, the card by hand.
Whose idea was this?
Whose idea? Give me that.
God
damn it.
Sorry,
Hey,
man.
are you ready to quit smoking once and for all? Great Lakes Vapor is here to make that a reality. Their e-cigs are handmade and guaranteed for life. Check them out in person off Grand River in Brighton or off Orchard Lake in Farmington, or shop online at greatlakesvapor.com and have everything you need mailed right to your door. Greatlakesvapor.com is the best place to order your refills of all their GLV juice. Use the promo code DetroitCast and receive 10% off all online orders.
Oh, no, I switched it. Okay, I thought I was harding you. All right, bye, everybody. Say bye, E.
Bye, E.
Hey, Zott Ford is in the middle of a major remodeling project. Why do you care? Because Zott Ford and Holly must sell off inventory to make room for bulldozers and fat bald guys wearing construction helmets. So hurry down to I-75 and exit 98. Select your new whip, and Zott Ford will give you the friend and family discount. Scope out their superior deals and massive inventory at ZottFord.com. What do you got?
He's just hurting, man.
I'm trying. Let's do this.
You're holding it together. No, you're doing well. Don't be down on yourself.
Let's do this.
You got it, man.
Whatever this story is, let's hit it.
So back to G.I. Joe. Initially, as you mentioned, hailed as a hero.
Couldn't have been a better man or father.
Yeah, father of four. So he stole the 5-figure sum, they're claiming, which is supposed to be used by this Explorers Youth program. Detectives looked at more than 6,500 pages of text messages, 40,000 emails, 1,000 bank documents.
6,500 pages of text?
Yeah, pages
Holy
of text
fuck.
messages. So does that mean a page like a 8.5 by 11, or does that mean, do they count a page like just pulling up your screen on your phone?
Even if they count just a screen, don't you think that's an amazingly large number of texts?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who was the last person we saw that where they went through their text and was like, holy shit, 20,000 texts and
Was it
what
like
was that?
Jared or something? The Jared Fogle story?
No, I think it was before that. I can't remember. Maybe I'll remember later. But anyway, yeah, 40,000 emails, 1,000 bank documents following his death, and found he was at the center of illicit activity. Police said before he shot himself 2 months ago, he laid out his baton, pepper spray, and personal glasses. His glasses to mislead cops. That was the whole point in setting this stage, was to mislead them, make it look like there was a struggle. He then strategically aimed 2 gunshots so that it hit his cell phone and bulletproof vest, that first one. And then he used his experience staging crime scenes to set up his own in a bid to convince officers it was a homicide. It's believed he knew village officials were conducting an audit on him before he died. Investigators said they believe 2 others were involved in the scheme, but they have not been named.
Is this just a final effort by him to get his family paid with pension
Totally.
money and insurance money?
There's like hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table if there's a death in the line of duty for cops.
Okay.
So that could all be off the table if this is a suicide like this.
Not to mention just a traditional insurance policy.
Right. Yeah. Makes it much harder to cash in on if it's a suicide. So George Falenko, the commander of the Lake County Major Crimes Task Force, confirmed he'd been stealing and laundering money. Investigators found he had also forged signatures on official documents, His colleagues found he had deleted incriminating text messages just before his suicide. One of them said, if he gets a hold of the old checking account, if she gets a hold of the old checking account, I'm pretty well fucked. He went on to say, hopefully she decides to get a couple drinks in her and gets a DUI. So I don't know if he's talking about, I don't think that's his wife he's talking about.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's talking about someone that is investigating him because he knew that they were investigating him. So I'm assuming that's what that means. But it's very hard when you have out of context text. It's very easy for that to come off looking one way, and it could be something completely different, no matter how sinister it sounds.
Yeah, but if they've got that many texts and that many emails, I'll bet the picture came together pretty quick. Like,
right.
Whoa, what's going on? And he said there's 2 people of interest that they think knew about it or were involved in it.
Yeah, he was texting someone.
Well, I mean, in terms of they knew about him about to stage this thing, or just knew about the thefts. I
think we're in on the theft part of it.
All right.
Yeah. So as far as the suicide thing goes, I don't know how much they would have known. They relatives of officers killed in the line of duty are eligible for benefits worth hundreds of thousands, but the sum given to those who take their own lives is much lower. Mrs. Glinowicz, along with her 4 sons, have refused to accept the possibility of suicide. She told Crime Watch Daily, I wholeheartedly believe my husband was murdered. To suggest otherwise is disrespectful, hurtful, and irresponsible. You remember when she said that?
And wallet draining.
Yeah. What a bummer of a story, man.
Boy,
could have seen that coming.
Just set aside all that and all that he stole and the fact that he committed suicide, but think about all the people. Look at E over there. The fucking manhunt. There was a damn manhunt for 2 months.
Spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on that.
Millions, I'm sure.
People are really pissed off too. Reporters today, when they were doing their press conferences, were like, hey, assholes, you knew he was under investigation from your own unit. Why would you be going, if he's under such investigation, why would you be setting all these resources in action?
Yeah.
It never made sense from the beginning. When you've got a cop killed in the line of duty, like, they don't stop until they figure out what's going on. When you start seeing FBI units and all those big federal groups pulling out, like, essentially overnight, like, yeah, we don't really have anyone to look for, so if something changes, they know where to call us, basically, is what they were saying. And they just peeled off. It was like,
at that point, they
wait
had
a minute,
all seen the text that meant something and went, okay, well, we've got a pretty clear picture of where this went.
And that was their defense too, the police department and those heads there that were investigating this, in saying, like, well, the reason we kept running with things is because it took weeks to, like, get into his phone and gather all this stuff. And you as a lawyer can know what that's like, to go through mountains of shit and try to make sense of something. They said it was like a giant jigsaw puzzle.
Well, and then
just thrown out there.
Moreover, when they find that, they don't necessarily want to tip other people off to that, because they might lose out on prosecuting the 2 other people that you just mentioned that might have been involved.
Right.
So there's probably a piece of that as well, where they just want things to just look like they're going swimmingly in their manhunt.
Yeah.
As they try to put the thing together.
Well, the other part of this story that never made any sense at all to me or to you when we initially were talking about it was the fact that this wasn't like a planned murder. You knew that right away. When it's his own gun, it says that there was a struggle of some sort. If it were to be a murder, there would have to be a struggle for his gun, the pepper spray, the baton, all that stuff pointed to a struggle, which means that someone didn't have time to plan a getaway. And
it was implausible that 3 guys could stick together as tightly.
Right.
And one of them not come forward and go, hey, I was one of them, but I just want you to know I had no part in this.
Yeah, I don't want to go down.
Just hanging out behind this building, smoking weed or eating edibles.
Yeah.
And then all this shit went down.
Yeah. Like, that just wouldn't, I just couldn't believe that in this day and age.
Look at that son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
I probably should have taken only half.
Yeah, that's okay.
No shit.
Yeah.
Do you feel good though, or do you feel paranoid? You look scared.
I think I get.
He's starting to grasp.
I think I get what you share. I got like what you were talking about.
Don't incriminate me, you son of a bitch. I've never gotten high off weed in my life.
No, like, it's like, dude, it's like, I like it on some level, but on some level I'm worried, like, it's just like, it's almost like I liked it. Like I said, if I could have half, maybe. If I maybe
Yeah.
not have taken the whole. You feel like you're a million miles away.
I do right now. Do you?
Yeah. I
No,
feel like
I'm
we're
not though.
every
I'm in the
Does my
same
voice
spot I
sound
always
like it's
am.
in the can. You know, like you're.
Nah, you sound normal.
I-
sort of.
My head feels like I'm talking outside of my.
Is it enjoyable on any level?
Yeah, it's cool. Like it is. But I'm thinking you're right. I think I'm paranoid. But I think I'm paranoid that it's not gonna stop because it seems like it's getting worse.
Oh boy.
Oh no. If you're gonna puke, go somewhere like to the bathroom and puke in the toilet, and
Honestly.
you're responsible for any splash cleanup,
I hear you.
right?
I wish I
This
would
looks
taken
like it
less.
might be going that way. Honestly,
Yeah.
Seeing how his face looked. Oh no,
Oh,
he just
Jesus.
did the big
Stop,
swallow.
don't do that.
He did the big swallow.
Don't-
Yeah.
You see that?
He's turning green
Dude,
too.
Are you getting like all that saliva starting? Oh my god.
Oh,
gonna
he's
puke.
white.
He's gonna.
Guys,
You're
don't
white.
do that.
You're white.
Don't
Oh.
do that, guys.
You got that saliva just going down the back. Like oh shit.
If you had a
man.
pointy hat, you'd look like a
I
Klansman
wish I
right
would
now.
have taken half.
Yeah. Well,
Should have done.
woulda, shoulda, coulda. You know, what are you gonna do now?
I can't-
Can you puke half of it up?
I don't know. But if you want to play those videos, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, I got faith in you.
Okay. Sorry.
That's all right. No, back to Glenowicz to wrap that up. I never believed for a second in today's world that you could have three guys in an instant get into some shit. It goes really bad and they murder a cop and then they're on the run and you're not going to have any video. You're not going to have anyone that saw anything. That's just not possible in today's world. You know what I mean? There's just too big of a scene that immediately locks down on an area for that to be possible.
too many gas stations that just have a random
Yeah.
camera that picks up a glimpse
Yep.
of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Or a nanny who spots the three walking through the yard. Remember that?
Or-
Dude. She wanted attention from the homeowner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
That was brutal. Good plan.
Well, case solved
Yeah.
with G.I. Joe.
Do you feel bad for his family
Of
at all?
course, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
awful, man.
wonder if they could have known anything or if it's totally possible that they wouldn't have known shit.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess we'll see as we go forward. But yeah, I didn't expect that much information to be dumped on us today about that
Right.
case, though. You know, sad story. Obviously, anytime someone commits suicide, it's awful. But yeah, it sounds like he got himself in quite the mess and couldn't see a way out.
Not handling this very well.
You're doing fine, E. You do look a little white, though. I gotta be. No, seriously,
yeah,
I'm not
really.
trying to freak you out. Jay, am I right? Does he look a little
yeah,
ghostly?
that big gulp that he took was telling to me.
E, I'm not even joking. You just look white. I'm not saying that you're like in trouble or anything,
Guys,
but you just.
shut up. I don't even know what you're. I get being paranoid now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm,
bad spot to be.
this was too
Sorry.
much, dude.
Just talk it out. Talk it out.
Why don't you do more and see if you can come out the other end?
Mm.
No.
Ramp it up a little bit.
Ooh.
What do you think? See if you can come full circle.
Have another gummy bear.
I'm
Don't
really-
Yeah,
don't
make it
think you
better.
shouldn't have had
No.
that second half. Have another one.
No, I'm really embarrassed now, dude.
Why? Don't be
I
embarrassed.
shouldn't have done so much.
Probably not.
We're glad you did, though.
You got this, E.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If you need to go lay down on the couch for a few minutes, feel free.
Oh,
Manage your
I
fucking
really-
buzz, E.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, can you? Oh, shit.
What do you need me to do? I'll pull a video.
I was gonna do the story on this Halloween costume.
I'll try.
Yeah, show the people the Halloween costume.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
Dude, he's gonna have to stay at my fucking house. I swore I'd never let this son of a bitch stay at my house.
He said he has a pillow and a blanket out in his car. It's fine.
He's famous for wetting himself when he sleeps somewhere else. Like,
I heard he got some sweetened
You
stickers
guys
on his
just
car.
said you'll hide the
yeah, I heard that
couch.
too. What's that?
What?
Oh my god.
You son of a bitch.
Did one of you say I was gonna lie on the couch, but then you did
No,
something?
no. You're gonna lie in your car.
Yeah, you can lie on the couch now while Jay is here, but as
I
soon
thought,
as
you
Jay
know, I
leaves,
thought I came over here to play a video.
yeah, you did.
Oh, which one?
Oh my god.
Wow, wow, that stuff works, man. That's amazing.
Where? Okay, what video?
Don't stop the broadcast, please.
I won't. Five guys.
Damn it.
Five.
No,
No. This is
Oh,
gonna be the
the
Halloween
Halloween.
costume.
Halloween.
you got this, shitty. This is a Halloween costume.
What was that?
Oh, that's. Wait a minute. Where are we go?
Oh fuck.
It's here. Here
Wow.
we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
This is the Halloween
I-
costume created by.
Slide
Um,
it over here.
You got it, E.
That's it. I don't. Oh,
Yeah,
there's it.
you
Yeah,
did
look
it.
at that poops.
One. Can you? I'm gonna have.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Can people see those?
Oh boy. Good dog. Show me how to do this.
He did. This is a Halloween costume by a mother for her son. It's been praised by the Hollywood director. Look at this costume. Christina Borchardt spent weeks making her son Chase a costume based on Rocket Raccoon from the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know that little son of a bitch, right?
Dude, I haven't seen that movie. Heard great things about it.
Dude, I did too. It led me to go see it. I was not as blown away by it as everybody else. That movie was killer. People loved that movie. And I don't know why, for whatever reason, Beth and I went and saw it, and we were both
just overinflated expectations.
Well, I'm not familiar with that whole story or
Yeah.
scene. I don't know if I needed to be. I don't think so, but it was all right. But yeah, this is a character from that, and
It's unbelievable that this is a Halloween costume. This looks like a Hollywood type costume. I'll say this. It looks
thought
like
it was
a
a
real
re-
raccoon.
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah.
Remember? I thought it was like a
It looks
dog
like
or
a
something.
fucking raccoon holding a brandishing a firearm.
I didn't know what to make of this when I first saw that, because I thought it's an animal. That's an animal standing on its hind
they've
legs.
trained it to brandish a firearm.
Yeah. And I don't know how they would do that. I figured they had a dog somehow standing, and then the rest of it, the costume is just kind of built around it.
Right.
I don't know if you saw the dog wearing the what are those big Star Wars?
AT-AT walkers.
Yeah, the ones
Yeah.
that they flew around and tripped them.
Yeah, he's wearing that outfit.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hilarious. But the James Gunn, who directed the film, even said, another sweet Halloween costume. You guys rock. It's one of 8 she is making for a special convention next year, which is right here. My whole family's dressing up for Motor City Comic Con in May with the Guardians of the Galaxy
Where are
theme.
these people from?
They're from California. But yeah, apparently they're coming to Motor City Comic Con.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. Is there a
Where
video?
will that be? Kobo?
I believe so.
Gotta send Big E for sure.
Yeah, I think it is Kobo.
Oh, you want more of this?
Dress him up like Gary or Ace.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Send him to Comic Con.
Hey, just one.
Gary or Ace,
I don't.
or Gleek. Which one? Just pick one.
I'm not. What?
Gary, Ace, or
Oh.
Gleek. Pick one.
Dude, he's struggling hard. You're all right.
I'm good.
Don't
No,
fuck up the broadcast.
I'm not. We're good. We're good. Here's boy. Roommate. Yeah. Here we go. Now this was
Into the mic.
This is in the middle of a broadcast, and they've already kind of been doing the blah blah blah, and this is right where you show the kid walking around a little.
Okay.
Right, we're talking about the.
Yeah, we're still on that story. Yep.
As soon as they make it, all of a sudden it just kind of took off.
Now meet the genius who put the whole thing together from scratch, from the head
Poops.
right down to the props. Chase calls her mom. I called her a creative master. And while Christina puts all homemade costumes to shame,
It's a hobby. I just love doing it. So, it's not my full-time job.
not only that, but all the Halloween decorations outside their house made by her.
I always see other people's kids' costumes and they're great and everything, but
From
they're
Three
normally
Rivers,
store-bought, and I
California.
like my kids to have
It says in
like,
the story.
the best costumes.
Spoken like
St.
a true
Joseph
mom.
County.
And
Yeah.
James Gunn, the director
You're right.
of Guardians of the Galaxy, gave her props, reposting the Halloween costume for all to see.
I just made
Does
a
this show
little
how
copy
she
of
made
his
it?
face, sculpted on it, and then just started having
No,
to go.
but the images I
read a
had
lot
up
of
before
YouTube
that did kind of have a
tutorials on
little
doing
more of
different
a.
types of things. And
Yeah.
That's right, folks. She just creates as she goes. Here's the video of Chase trying on the head for the first time.
You open your mouth.
This isn't it.
Close your mouth.
I don't
Open
think
it
that's
bigger.
it.
Open it and like you're angry.
Oh no, it is.
There you go.
God, that is so
The
badass.
jaw
Isn't that
moves when
sweet?
Chase talks, but there's one more feature she's working on, as if it couldn't get any better.
She added little fans in there.
So Chase can stay cool.
Oh
come
yeah, she's putting
Comic-Con
fans
May.
in it.
The Bochard family of 7 plus their grandma attend Comic-Cons regularly. So she's making 8 costumes, all from characters from Guardians of the Galaxy. They gave me a little sneak peek of all the props.
now, as long as they love it, then I'm happy.
While mom is tweaking
That's pretty sweet. Don't you think she makes the rest of parents look less than amazing on Halloween
Yeah, but
costume day?
When I see shit like that, I always just go, okay, too much time on your hands. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But clearly she took a lot of time to do that.
Yeah.
And I just start thinking like priorities. Wow. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Really?
I mean, to do a face mold She had to build a face mold and paint it and fur it, and
yeah,
it's really cool though to see. I mean, she really did a good job. We got a father who's in some trouble. We'll play some videos here in just a second so that you can go take a nap.
Okay.
So get the fight videos ready because I wanted to show you guys those. While you're doing that, I'll mention this story. Oh, he's in trouble, Jay.
Which one do you want?
The fight videos.
If you
I
can
know, but
see
there's-
this son of a bitch in person. Oh my god.
There's 5 guys.
Yeah,
And there's
we
some
could do
McDonald's.
5 guys. We'll do 5 guys first.
But then, okay. Well, here, do you want me to pull one of them up here, though, then?
Yeah, you can pull one of them out there.
That would make sense.
Okay, here's...
And while you're pulling that up, though, I'll read this other story. And we got a father who's been arrested for allegedly raping a 17-year-old girl at his son's drunken Halloween party.
Nice.
Yeah. So half the story is okay, in my opinion. He's feeding alcohol to his underage kids. You know, whatever. That happens. God damn it, Marcel. God damn it, Jay.
Can you imagine like going to class like a week later and there's this chick that your dad banged over the weekend?
Yeah.
Like sitting next to you in math.
Well, we had buddies that banged
Yeah.
moms and stuff.
What?
So
I think it'd be different. I think it'd be different though.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who banged? Someone hooked up with a
We're
mom?
not going to give you any
yeah.
clues. Marcel! God damn it, Marcel!
That son
That's
of
a good
bitch.
boy.
We won't give you any clues.
None.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Justin Robinson, he's 40 years old, allegedly gave alcohol to 4 youngsters at his Utah home on Saturday. The group of friends got hammered, and one of the underage girls passed out. It was then he's suspected of attacking her in the bathroom.
It sort of reminds me of the Mark Chimura story.
Oh, the
Remember
Packers
that?
tight
And
end?
I think he was convicted of that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
It
was in
was
a hot tub.
Underage girl. I think he went to his next door neighbor's house.
Yeah.
And he was having a party with, kind of high school kids.
Yep.
And of course they're, oh my God, it's Mark Chimura. And
Yeah.
he ends up banging a chick in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Like a 16-year-old or something.
Yep.
That's my recollection.
totally. They were in the hot tub and
Yeah.
partying. He attacks her. They suspect in the bathroom. The girl woke up to find Robinson on top of her, touching her all over. She begged him to stop, but he carried on going. That's amazing. He then took her to a bedroom where he allegedly continued to rape and sodomize her. After the supposed attack, he positioned himself outside the bathroom or the bedroom door and slept on the floor so she couldn't get out. So he's kind of using his body to block the door from opening.
Fucking monster, man.
Yeah. He now faces charges for rape, sodomy, forcible sexual abuse, kidnapping, contributing to the delinquency, unlawful furnishing to a minor. Yeah, not good from a man. Justin Robinson.
Not a good alleged move, Justin Robinson.
No, suspected move. Yeah, that you would hope that a guy like that would wake up sober in the morning and go, "What did I do? And why is this 17-year-old kicking the door from my bedroom?"
Dude, I don't care how drunk you are. Like, if a chick's like, really desperately trying to get you off her, like,
Yeah,
not get you off, but get you off her,
yeah. No, I knew what you're saying.
right?
You would hope or think in that moment that something would snap
Something
to
would click
in
You
your
go,
head,
"Oh, wow."
like not that there's ever a time when that would be acceptable. Obviously, that goes without saying. But in the bathroom, passed out, you would hope that there would be like a shock moment to stop everything when she
Yeah.
came to.
Right. Well,
Right?
if she comes to, then you label yourself an unselfish lover, and you figure, well, she got it. She got what she needed.
Right. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I mean, you
but
just changed the entire circumstance.
how you doing, E?
Rough.
I just hear you
Dude,
groaning and moaning.
Don't get
over
near
there.
the board.
You want to play?
Are
Yeah.
you gonna barf?
No, I don't know. Too much. I did too much.
Yeah,
Just a little too much.
just a tiny bit too much. It happens, E.
Like maybe
To the best of us.
half.
Just a half. If you could have just done a half.
Maybe just an eighth. I mean, you're looking.
If it makes you feel any better, Sarah said that she feels for you. Her heart goes out to you. Sarah Titties.
Sarah has never taken pot. That's how she actually says it. That's how ignorant she is in the pot-like ways. She's like, I've never taken pot. I'd like to try it sometime.
Well, she should take half.
At best, half. If you're gonna mumble into the mic, please.
I don't know. Maybe. Oh boy. Sorry, dude. This is weirder than I feel like I've never been drunk before. Like when I like that first time I ever got drunk. I haven't felt a buzz like this. Whoa.
You all right?
Yeah. Were we just to the show?
No, the show ended like an hour ago.
Yeah.
You all right?
Tying it up.
Yeah. Do you have it posted
I
yet?
don't know if I can drive home right now.
Well, you're gonna have to, or you can sleep in the driveway. But did you get it? You got it posted, right? You were working on it a minute ago.
You posted the show, right? You son of a bitch.
I don't remember the ending. I don't remember.
What?
We're done, dude.
You went and lay down on the couch for 20 minutes, and then we wrapped the show up. Seriously, you don't remember?
Did I post it?
I think you got some beady eyes.
Yeah, you were starting to. You said,
Did
I got
you get
it.
posted. Kind of matters, right? We got to release the show over tomorrow.
All right, what time is it?
It's almost 2:30 in the morning.
Shit. Gotta be up and
Your phone's been blowing up for an hour, too, by the way. I don't know if your mom was expecting or what. But
gotta be at work in a few hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done?
Almost.
Did we post it?
Yeah.
Well, I can't. I mean, the videos are still up here, so did we ever play these videos?
Well, we were going to play them off the air just for us now.
Oh, should I bring it up on the screen?
Well, yeah, so that way Jay can see it too.
All right, just gotta. Whoa, sorry.
That stuff can't still be affecting you. It's been hours, E.
Okay.
You took that stuff like 5 hours ago.
Find the arrow.
Okay. We
Why don't you put it on the other screen so I can see it too?
We wanted to watch this video just off air.
Yeah. Someone says, come on him. All right, it's time to go. Bye, everybody.
Can't hear anything.
It appears to me we're looking at a drive-through attack. Are we not?
Yeah. I was gonna set it up, but he just decided to play it. But whatever.
Oh,
that's okay.
Oh, I thought you just said because I thought the show was over.
Yeah, well, we're just doing some post wrap up now for the other thing.
Oh shit! Would you like call somebody?
God, what are we looking at?
We've got this one that he pulled up is. Can you back it up, E?
Okay, so
we're in overtime now.
Just, if you want, wait, if you want to give a second, so you can give you some space.
Yeah.
What day? Is this the Friday show now?
Thursday show.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just putting wraps on the Thursday show, but you're good.
Wait, 1 second.
McDonald's drive-through employee and an unhappy customer exchanged several blows in a brutal fight Monday night. It was all caught on camera.
How do you get your ass kicked by a guy out of a drive-through window? You're standing on the ground.
That's a good question. The guy that filmed it.
I understand he's a bit higher than you, but how do you not grab him and freaking pull him through that window?
The guy that's down on the ground has his tie. So the guy being pulled through the window is being choked out the window because the guy refuses to let go of his silly McDonald's tie.
So he must be a manager, given that he's wearing a short sleeve dress shirt and a tie.
Shift leader, Jay.
A shift leader.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Come on, get.
For sure, a leader. Oh, he got him there.
Right.
He tagged him.
And he will not let go of that tie.
Oh, why would you?
Yeah.
Let go of my tie or I'll fuck you up.
Get this little bitch.
The guy's laying on the ground now.
Holding the tie. Here, see it connected to him?
Oh, now he's kicking him in the head.
Yeah.
It's kind of a damn good move by my man.
Yeah. Kind of a desperate attempt. And that's where it ends.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you suppose that was over?
Well, the guy that filmed it.
Damn, man, give me my McNugget and shit.
The guy that filmed it was a guy named Gabe Hart. He was another customer, so he's behind in his car. He's like, man, what's the holdup? He was having a Big Mac attack. He wanted a Big Mac, is what he said.
We've all been there.
They're asking him about the media's asking him about this incident, and he says, I hadn't eaten much since lunchtime, so I was driving by McDonald's. I thought I'd swing in and pick up a Big Mac. They're like, yeah, dude, whatever. We understand the process of going to McDonald's when you're feeling hungry. Now, back to the video that you
needed food.
Yeah. Hence why you were in the drive-thru at McDonald's. Got it. At first, I was annoyed. The guy in front of me was taking so long. He seemed pretty upset to begin with. It looked like when the McDonald's guy handed him his cash and change back, he dropped some of the dude's change. That's when he got out of his car, spit on the drive-thru window, and tried to punch the McDonald's guy. And that's when I started recording. It's unclear if police were actually called or if they ever showed up to the scene.
What a couple of degenerates, man.
Drop some change, and then so we can get E to a couch. A diner. If you ever been to Five Guys Burgers and Fries, you probably haven't.
No, I've heard of it though.
For some reason, I deleted that video.
What? You just had it up, dude.
No, I had it up, then I took it back down when we played the other one,
and you closed
and
it.
For some reason,
and it's
I closed
gone.
Five Guys.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay,
that's okay. It was another fight at Five Guys, but it
got hit.
Some bitch got hit. Yeah, by all the people working at Five Guys. Like all of a sudden, the video kind of picks up, and there's a black girl standing there in the middle and just bitching at someone. And all of a sudden, you know how they stack the styrofoam cups?
Oh yeah,
like poof, all the styrofoam cups go flying at her, and then like 3 female employees from Five Guys like just start swinging on her and grabbing her weave. She's wearing a big wig weave.
Oh no,
that's attached to her head somehow. And so it's just
the weave,
just being yanked on her, just yanking it and punching faces. And then they finally yank it off her fucking head. And then she walks out because she's embarrassed. But there's some dude manager tries to break it up, and most people are just laughing at this being utter nonsense.
That's actually becoming my favorite walk of shame. Is the post weave pull off?
Yeah.
You know, where the chick has the weave going down past her shoulders, and she's looking all sweet. And then she gets in this fisticuffs and she's got nothing, man.
Yeah,
she's basically friggin' bald.
The weave is gone.
Yeah, and she's walking out trying to hold the weave together and shit because that shit's expensive.
That's what we've heard, that weaves are very, very expensive. Dude, I have to show you guys at another time. I won't put this on you, E, to look this up. But that video I saw, and I can't.
Okay?
He's okay. We'll take a break here in just a second, Ian. We'll let you.
Dude,
what do you need to do?
I don't need some water or something.
Here, have my water.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep it.
You need a nice greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray is what you need.
Yeah, well, let me finish this story and then we'll go to break. Can you take us to break?
Yeah.
Do you need us to do that?
Do it now or?
Yeah, give me a second. Go ahead, E. Go lay down. Go lay down. I'll take it. Don't worry about it. You're doing great. You wrapped up the show nicely. Don't worry about it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no, he can't walk.
Oh, God.
Don't film this. Sarah Titties thinks we're being irresponsible and not very nice. Lay down in the dark room, E.
Not on the astronom couch.
Resist the urge.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Dude,
no, he's holding his mouth.
Go to the bathroom now.
Jay, help him to the bathroom now.
Go, E.
You got this shit, E. I got faith in you. Can we wrap like a plastic bag around his head in case he pukes? That way he pukes into the bag?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Oof.
He's puking.
Did you hear that? Hold on. God damn it.
Come on, Periscope.
God.
You son of a bitch.
Is your phone working, Jay? Of all times. Fucking phone works flawless until right this minute. God damn it. Yeah, so anyway, I want to show you guys this video.
Sorry, man.
You're fine, E. Don't worry about it. Of this group of people gets into this fight and absolutely melee goes down. I'm sorry, this story is pointless. No one's in the room. Why don't we listen? Yeah, boy. Why don't we? We'll take a quick break. We'll see how my man's doing when we come back. Hang tight.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
All right.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Man down, Mike. Man down.
Man down. It happens. Boy. Yeah, boy. Your dad's calling.
I'll handle this, E. You want me to handle it?
You want us to answer it on the air? What?
I think he said yes.
I thought I heard yes, too. Hello? Mr. Fady. How are you, sir? No, it's Mike and Jay.
Jay and Mike.
Yeah. No, we're on the air right now. Yep.
Oh, yeah, he's passed out in the bathroom.
He's all right. He took some edible something or other, and he's totally splayed out. Actually, he feels a lot better. He puked a few times. So,
yeah. You can just get that gummy bear out of his system.
E, what's that? What? You want to talk to your dad? Sorry, Mr. Fady. He doesn't want to talk to you right now.
It's going to be hard for him to get off the floor right now. He's pretty incapacitated.
Yeah.
Handful of pubes.
He's calling you an asshole for some reason, sir. I don't know why. Yeah. Well, yeah, I could bring the phone into him, but it doesn't sound like he wants to talk to you. Right?
What's he muttering about?
He said something about this is it for me. Listen, Mr. Fady, I'd love to chat with you all night, but we got a show to do, and your son's passed out in the bathroom. So we're going to...
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Well, you raised him. Oh. He's telling you, sir, to stop being an asshole. So, yeah. All right, we got to go. Okay, take care. E, your dad wants you to call him.
He is just splayed.
Yeah, poor kid.
Oh, he's in bad shape.
It's been a rough night. I think you suggested taking a quarter would have been better.
Probably an eighth to a quarter would have been a prudent thing to do. Another one?
Call me.
Voicemail. Yeah. Oh, boy.
We didn't actually talk to your daddy. Don't worry. We wouldn't do that to you.
The text says he wants him to call him ASAP.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, boy.
All right. This is your time to shine. You do the better Big E impression. You got this.
No, listen, Dad. No, I'm fine.
There you go.
Everything's fine. E, I can pull it off. No?
E, we're going to call him back. Smooth it over.
No?
God, not gonna.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, this is uncomfortable.
I don't really know what to do in this exact moment.
Start the clock would be one. Yeah. Well, and then there were two. So the show goes on. It's the way E would want it, I think. He's just in the other room muttering.
He's fine. He's fine. He just needs to rest it off. And so Jay and I are having him rest it off.
So for anybody who didn't watch the Periscope, basically, there's a bit of a situation.
Yeah.
What is he going to do about this? He's muttering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's presently on the bathroom floor, which is the best place for him because he's near the toilet.
Yeah. I got him a pillow.
Is the pillow in there?
Yep. The pillow's in there.
Oh, God.
It's going to be burned at some point, but it's in there now. Yeah, it's been an interesting night. It started with such promise and
crashed and burned very hard.
Yeah.
So let's get on with it. What else we got, Mike?
Maybe we can do some random checks as we go and make sure Biggie is okay. I'm sure he's fine. It's going to make it a little awkward trying to do a show, though. I got to be honest with you. We got a German woman. Goddammit, Marcel.
Goddammit, Marcel! Marcel!
Woman is fighting for her life in a German hospital after appearing to spontaneously combust.
It's happened, Mike.
While sitting on a park bench.
What do you think about that?
I don't know what to think about this.
There's supposedly been recorded instances of this throughout history.
Yeah. I know there have been. I saw one. I can't remember what I was watching, but it was some old man and his wife. And this guy went into the bathroom, I think smoking a cigarette, and became the wall. I mean, his whole being melted into the wall.
Like not a porta potty, but a a bathroom at a home?
At a home, at their home. He spontaneously combusted in the bathroom and was like painted into the wall. It was the weirdest thing ever. And people were trying to determine if it was real or what else could have happened to have done that to someone. I don't know. I find that very hard to believe that someone can just explode.
Oh, it's just absolutely incredible. How can you reasonably think that it could happen? But again, there's been these recordings throughout the history of man in all different parts of the world and shit.
Yeah.
Saying that it's happening.
Yeah. And it's happened here in Germany, apparently. And flames sprouted from her as a horrified passerby came over to beat off the flames. Seems inappropriate.
Oh, it's kind of rubbing salt in it.
Yeah. She was severely burned over most of her body. The incident occurred in the north of Germany.
So she didn't die, or she did die?
Well, she's in critical.
Well, that's not spontaneous combustion, then. You got to die. What did he say? E chimed in. E, do you have an opinion on spontaneous combustion?
He's praying for it. I think I just heard him fart twice really loud. No. What was that?
Oh, God.
Yeah, it happens. Hang in there, but part of me feels like we should shut this broadcast down completely.
I think he'd want us to go on, Mike.
E, do you want us to go on? I don't know what we can do.
No, there's nothing we can do.
We periscoped and
we did everything we could. We put it out there in social media. We let people comment on it.
Yeah.
That's all we could do, Mike.
I mean, Jay and I very nicely offered to help E into his car and send him home.
Yeah.
Give him the night off, let him drive home, and sleep in his own bed. We tried that.
He declined.
You
played a nice little song on the drums for him.
Tried to wake him up a little bit, see if I could get a little pep in his step. That didn't work.
Smelling salts. I tried smelling salts.
Right. Smelling salts were not a huge hit. I thought that was going to be a good one. I think the best.
Dude, these sounds coming out of that bathroom. Do you want me to put you in the shower?
You haven't fucked anything up, E. Why?
Oh, God.
What are you talking? You didn't fuck anything up. With your parents?
Ugh. We smoothed it over. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're fine with your parents. It's okay. It happens, E. So anyway, the lady was flown by an air ambulance to a special burn unit where she remains in critical. Eyewitnesses told local media that the woman didn't make a sound as she was engulfed in flames.
How's this even? Whatever.
They say that spontaneous human combustion, or SHC, has been implied as a cause of death in a number of documented cases where police have found corpses burned almost to ashes, like completely burned to ashes, but without an apparent external source of ignition. An estimated 200 cases have been found throughout history, and victims are often elderly, sick, or under the influence of alcohol, which could explain why they have not been able to escape the flames. Puzzled scientists have come up with the wick theory to explain such events. The theory is that the human body can become an inside-out candle. The person's clothes are the wick, while their body fat is the wax or flammable substance that keeps the blaze going. Limbs may be left intact because the temperature gradient with the bottom half of the body being cooler than the top. The combustion would not be spontaneous, however, because it would need an external source to start it off, such as a cigarette. Some have suggested that static electricity could also serve as that. I don't know. It just sounds so implausible.
Oh,
it just
it's
doesn't
one
sound
of the weirdest phenomenon ever.
Yeah. Incredible. And then you want to go make sure he's still breathing in there? Just really quick. E, are you still breathing in there? Yeah.
Oh, it's like in the threshold of the bathroom door.
He is? Oh, he's crawling out this way? Nice. Are you
army crawling? So what's the end game here? Where do you want to be? You want me to drag you somewhere?
Boy. You're not an idiot. Don't beat yourself up, buddy. We've all been there.
E, tomorrow I would go an 1/8 to a 1/4 gummy bear at best. He's just muttering
About his
gibberish.
parents. Detroit Public Schools, or DPS.
Yeah.
They
big payout today, right?
Yes. The grooming lawsuit. They settled a sex grooming lawsuit with a former student. This is all about Charles Pugh, Mr. Pugh. Sexually pursued him through a mentorship program while school officials looked the other way. That's what this kid's claim was. The district settled the suit, which sought more than $1 million, but they ended up settling for $350,000.
Not bad.
District Judge David Lawson. Familiar with him?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? Good guy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
David Lawson ordered the parties not to comment on the settlement. So how do we know what the settlement was? How does that work?
Party commented on it.
You think so?
Yeah.
So what can the judge do? Can he hold you in contempt for that if he says not to and you do?
Yeah, if he finds out that you did, and he's a pretty hard ass guy.
Really?
Is it possible? It's probably, if he's telling him not to comment. I was thinking like some settlements, the dollar amount is known and out there.
Yeah. It said he ordered the parties not to comment on the settlement, which became known just shortly before jurors were to hear Pugh read one explosive text after another and admit repeatedly that he made a mistake in texting a teenager to make a video of himself masturbating in exchange for prom money. Yeah.
Oh, Pugh.
It was wrong. I shouldn't have done it. I should not have sent these messages to him. The former student claims Pugh pressured him into making a sex tape after learning the teen was too broke to pay for a hotel room and tuxedo for prom. Pugh offered him the money in exchange for the tape. He said the video was my idea, Pugh did, but maintained that the student was not a child. He's not a minor. He's an adult, Pugh said. So it sounds like he's almost trying to make excuses for the behavior.
Yeah.
He was a student of Pugh's at the mentorship program when he was 17.
Mm-hmm.
So Pugh waited till he was 18, and then this all starts.
Pugh.
Waits till the kid needs, he knows the kid needs money. He's not a kid, though. It's not like he's 9 years old. He's grown. So jurors saw a video composed of a composed Pugh reading these texts, which are pretty damning. Pugh, if I can trust you, then the sky is the limit. He sent after taking the student on a shopping spree in Madison Heights, buying him a cell phone and a bunch of clothes. Thanks, I really do appreciate what you've done. You ain't seen nothing yet. I wanted to do this for you way earlier. I tried my best to make sure you had more than everyone. LOL. Shh, that's our secret.
Classic grooming.
Yeah. When you coming to chill over here, Pugh says. You'll love my crib. You'll always leave with money. LOL. The kid's like, I don't know. What gaming system should I buy to have over here? And what games?
So at this point,
Your
is
choice.
he city council president?
Yeah.
President? Is that right? Or city council? Okay.
I think he was the president.
Yeah, and then he just immediately stepped down, wanted some sort of disability leave.
Yeah.
Right? And then he just
moved to
town.
New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Charlie LaDuff tracked him down at one point.
Found him
in New
waiting
York.
tables or something.
Yeah, it was really weird.
That is a weird story, man, this guy.
Yeah. Then came text about a straight friend special. Pugh saying, I think you should know about my straight friend special. LOL. I give $110 for all solo videos my straight friends make for their girls and just happen to let me download. LOL. Over LOLing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very generous to my straight friends I can trust. Those with big mouths miss out. So I fuck a girl and record it, then let you see it. I get $100. I can't have you showing our texts or tell folks, bro. This is some grown man shit. LOL. Yeah, grown man shit isn't LOLing. First off,
maybe he puts that in there just for deniability. Oh, what? I was LOLing. We were joking.
Yeah, well, maybe. LOL. Yes, this is between us. Pugh. Yeah, this is that's the deal. LOL. But I want to see your body front and back, so the video has to show everything. LOL. Hashtag everything. All in caps.
LOL. Hashtag everything.
Yeah.
Well put, Pugh.
And the kid's like, oh, okay.
For $110, sure.
Yeah. Pugh. But I got to see it on camera and hear you. All caps. Dude, if anyone finds out about this, I'm dead. So please keep this between us. The student had second thoughts about making the video, texted Pugh. It just feels weird. Just make it, man. Stop being scared. You'll be fine. You straight guys need to know how to work the guys with power and money who have crushes on y'all.
Power.
Yeah. So the student eventually makes the video on his iPad, and Pugh is choreographing it, telling the teenager beforehand to make sure he had good lighting. When Pugh obtained the videotape, this was his reaction. Your body is fucking amazing. Truth is, I've had a crush on you all year. I just couldn't say or do anything. Dude, The thing
There's
that
some damning texts, man.
Those are horribly damning texts. The thing that I never understand in these cases is how on earth you think this is going to go uncovered.
Yeah, right.
Like, do you really think a kid that's 17, 18 years old is not going to talk about this with someone or try to blackmail you, extort you for something later on down the road?
Yeah, the urge must be that strong, dude, where you don't care or it blinds you. You're just,
It just doesn't seem possible that it could be that. I don't know.
Obviously, the only explanation.
Obviously, you're right, because we're seeing it happen time and time again with these teachers. There's another teacher that's banging some 14-year-old student. You're like, and the texting and the sexting. It's like, how do you think that the lid is going to stay on this? I just don't get it.
Hey, do you want to sell your home, but it looks like someone threw a Jelski? As a gift to TDC listeners, Krista Jelski of Remax Suburban will pay to have your entire home professionally cleaned and photographed before it hits the market. Check out her website, Krista's website, at kristasellshouses.com, or call her anytime at 586-918-0900.
The teacher that I was talking about, former middle school teacher in Kentucky, been sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Oof.
Female.
Yeah, they're getting tough on these chicks.
Yeah, there's been a real outcry, I noticed, from a lot of people pointing out, like, if this was a guy, you'd want him thrown in jail for life, and fuck, this is a double standard bullshit. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's wrong of me, but I definitely see the difference.
Yeah, hard to see
I
a victim.
really do.
Hard to see a victim.
Well, this is a little different because it was a chick on chick.
It's lesbian.
Yeah, but 14 is so young, dude. That's really young. The judge handed down the sentence Monday after 24-year-old Chelsea Rose pleaded guilty to unlawful transaction with a minor. Rose taught 7th grade reading and coached a cheerleading squad at Reedland Middle School in Paducah, Kentucky. Denying Rose's request for probation, the judge, Dennis Faust, said Rose's sentence is to run concurrently with any jail time handed down in a related case. And I think that has to do with computer shit that she was texting this girl, writing this girl.
Ugh.
So, yeah, it gets ugly quick. She'll be required to register as a sex offender, complete a 2-year program before becoming eligible for parole. She is married, of course, aren't they always? She was arrested in February after a student came forward claiming she witnessed the teacher engaging in inappropriate sexual contact with a 14-year-old girl. An investigation revealed that the relationship between Rose had been going on for about a month. She was accused of taking the victim and other minors to her home, where she plied, or to a home in Marshall County, wherever that is, where she plied them with alcohol and had sexual relations with this 14-year-old. She's scissoring with a 14-year-old.
And dude, it's the girl thing. Like, you think about that and you're like, yeah, put her away.
Yeah.
If that was a boy, you'd be like,
yeah, lucky son of a bitch.
It is. It's the defenseless girl thing.
Yeah. And maybe that's wrong to feel like that, but I don't know. Does that seem worse, girl on girl?
You've been a boy. You've been a 14-year-old boy, and you know you'd have taken it in a second.
And never looked back or thought sour of it. It'd just be like, whatever. Look who got lucky yesterday or for the last month, till I high-fived my friends to death and then I got caught.
As Big E will tell you, fall is here and winter's on its way, or he would tell you if he could get off the floor. He would tell you that. The good news is there's no better way to get through Michigan winters than the all-new 2015 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4.
I'm going to check on him, Jace.
Okay, the best-selling truck for 38 years in a row. Right now at Zott Ford, you can lease the best truck on the planet for only $288. Sign and go. That's zero cash out of pocket. Hurry down to I-75 and exit 98 to take advantage of this sick deal before the snow flies, and peep their whopping deals and massive inventory at ZottFord.com. What's the status, Michael? Is he still in the threshold of the bathroom?
He is. He knows he should drink water, but he's having trouble doing that.
So I don't puking every time.
I don't know. I guess I'm not exactly sure what to do. Oh, he wants an ice cube.
I'll go get him an ice cube. It's the least I can do.
You want to get him an ice cube? Okay. You get him an ice cube. What's he mumbling, Jay?
Ice cube? Okay, you gotta move your arm, dude.
Yeah, boy. I'm really sorry, folks, that are listening to tonight's show. This went rather south on us rather quickly. Things were looking strong in the beginning. I don't want E to feel bad. He tried. It just didn't work out. Just didn't work out for him. So Jay's bringing him an ice cube, which is probably going to end up as a puddle on the floor. Did you find one?
Yeah. He's furiously putting them in his mouth.
Oh boy.
Don't choke on it.
Yeah. Don't choke on it, E.
Oh, he's chewing it up.
Okay. He's gonna be fine.
Dude.
I don't want his parents listening and thinking he's fine. He's fine. What's that?
You're fine. Just relax. Sleep it off.
Yeah. Sleep is your friend at this point, E. The Uber driver.
You've been maced, motherfucker. That guy?
Yeah, that guy. He's
No, get out. Get out. It's over.
The trip
Trip is
ends
over.
now.
Trip is over.
Trip ends now.
Hey man, trip is over.
Yeah, that dude, he's suing the former Taco Bell executive now. And that's accused of slapping and hitting him in a vicious assault.
Assault and battery.
Mm-hmm.
He's been damaged. What are his damages, Mike?
Ed Cabin filed a lawsuit today against Benjamin Golden.
And does he have neck injuries and back injuries and so forth?
Well,
certainly a lot of emotional distress. How can you sleep after something like that?
Well,
how do you drive again? His career's ruined.
It seeks damages in excess. We've seen this number before, in excess of $25,000.
Wow, that's just the jurisdictional amount in order to file the claim in that court.
Yeah. So what does that mean? He could be suing for $1 million.
Yeah.
He could be suing for anything.
Take whatever will be awarded. They will argue. They will blackboard damages, economic damages, saying, "Oh, he wasn't able to work during this period.
Yeah.
Therefore, he lost X." And then they'll say all sorts of emotional distress.
Assault, battery, and infliction of emotional distress is the claim. So what is it? What do you, I mean, not that you would know, but what is an emotional distress payout worth? Is that worth 10 years salary?
It totally varies. It's whatever you can convince the jury of.
In explaining what he needs the money for, he wrote, "I have barely slept since this incident and am suffering from ongoing headaches. I have become paranoid and have been having anxiety attacks daily."
Yeah, it depends on how credibly he can get up on the stand and say that. And make them believe that he truly is damaged.
Yeah. "I have no medical insurance and am in desperate need to see a mental health professional as well as follow-ups with a doctor. I am not normally the kind of person to reach out for help, especially from the public, but I no longer feel safe doing my job as a rideshare driver.
GoFundMe.
I desperately need funds so that I'm able to get both physical and mental care from my incident. I'm also trying to move out of California and back to my home in Seattle after this incident." He created a GoFundMe. And it's off to a good start. He's raised $177 so far.
Dude, the guy got pummeled, man.
I know. His goal is only 1,000 though.
It's reasonable.
He'll get that. All
right.
Get mad at me. What are we fighting for? I don't know. Anytime I hear emotional, like, dude, we've all been punched. We've all been blackened. We've all had blackened eyes or a broken nose. It's just like,
yeah.
It seems like every time you read these stories, it's like, he slapped my face 4 times, and it's that. No, you're right. It was a vicious attack. But when I hear anxiety attacks and emotional distress and suing for tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, it's like, okay,
you'd feel better if he had a broken nose, right? Broken jaw, something like that. You go, all right,
maybe
he deserves something. Dude, I think he does. I think this guy should pay him something.
Yeah,
that was a pretty fucking dick move.
Yeah,
him just sitting in the back, completely sucker punching him about 10 or 12 times.
Yeah.
While this
slamming his head against the
defenseless guy is just sitting in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it was a nasty attack. I don't know.
Go for it, man.
What's that worth? $500? You know,
I think you get 10K out of him.
10K?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have a problem with that. It's when you start getting into like years worth of salaries that it's like, okay, dude, really. Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know even if he got 25 grand.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fine. I'm gonna sue the guy for 25 grand. Whatever.
Sure, the guy's eyes lit up when he heard it was a Taco Bell executive.
Yeah,
I know all the headlines wanted to say executive. He's probably a fairly
low
level dude, you know,
just
a manager of some sort. But.
So who pays that? Is that something that dude has to pay forever? Like if he gets a $300,000 judgment against him?
Yeah, it follows him around. I mean,
wow, that's kind of nasty.
Hey, we got to tell you about our Amazon link. Please use it. You'll find it on our website, DetroitCast.com, and it really is the perfect way to donate to the show because it doesn't cost you anything. All you do is shop via our link. So enter the Amazon portal through our link on DetroitCast.com, and you'll be taken to the normal Amazon homepage, and you just shop as you normally do. We get a kickback. So sweet way to support the show without taking money out of your pocket. Or you could hit the donate button on said website.
Yeah.
And donate that way.
Thank you to everybody that has done that.
Absolutely.
Remember the guy we were talking about, the grandpa yesterday that left his daughter in the desert?
Sweet pie, little 5-year-old, right? With a loaded 45, cocked and loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And said, well, with instructions, let's be fair to him. He
Shoot
gave
the
her
bad
instructions to shoot the bad guys. So he was in court today and told the court that he left the girl under a shady tree because she was moaning and wanted a nap.
Okay.
You know, which seems reasonable.
Follow you.
Paul Rader told the young girl to shoot any bad guys when he left her with that cocked and loaded 45. After leaving her in the bushes, he went to a bar and restaurant where he ordered a jalapeno cheeseburger and a few Smirnoff ices. And then and a few sodas as well, they said. He decided to leave the girl there after his truck broke down. He said he had forgotten his cell phone and his granddaughter was moaning. So he left her behind and went to find help. I walked with my granddaughter. She was crying, pissing, and moaning. She was tired and wanted to take a nap. I had to get to a fucking phone because I forgot my phone. So for miles, there was nobody anywhere. I put her under the shade of the tree, put my gun down because I didn't want to carry it.
You know how this is coming out? It's probably at one of these arraignments where the judge is like, sir, you have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
And he's just going on and on.
Yes.
You don't need to tell this story, sir.
Yeah. Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
Judge, I just had like 3 Smirnoff ices and shit.
I didn't want to carry my gun, so I left it with her. Yeah. What was I supposed to do? Mr. Todd explained. So the child was still holding the pistol when she was found by her mom and a firefighter. So the firefighter is Michael Todd. He explained what happened when he spotted the girl. He said he was just like, "Don't move, stay where you are." Right. Imagine, and they see her. She's wearing this bright orange shirt.
Little Proop's holding the big
and she's
gun.
still holding this big 45. And they're like, "Don't move, don't move,
don't wave to anybody."
Yeah, don't. And she's so the little girl. That's when she said her famous line.
Oh yeah,
I don't know why Papa left me. I was calling out for him. He took me by some bushes, gave me a gun, and left me. He left me.
I don't know why Papa left me.
He put me by some bushes. He gave me a gun and he left me.
Did you shoot any bad guys?
No. I don't see any bad guys.
Oh, that poor girl. Is there a time when that story becomes funny? I mean, like 10 years down the road, you go, remember the time Papa left you in the woods with a loaded 45?
I don't think so.
Because believe it or not, like the condition he's in right now, eventually give it 24 hours, 48 hours, it's going to become even funnier.
Yeah.
Right now it sucks for E.
Speaking of him, let me check.
Yeah. Trying to do our part. I feel like
Got the ice. Good.
It's okay. I didn't hear any moaning.
Yeah, I think he's in that state now where he's really trying to go to sleep.
Yeah. It's a rough place to sleep.
Yeah. Especially because we're going to have to open that door by his head.
Ugh. Is there something we're supposed to be doing? Like, is there anything that, like, this is one of those sleep it off things,
Again,
right?
we put him on Periscope. We kind of broadcast it on social media. I don't know what else we can do.
Right.
Got him water. We got him ice.
A pillow.
Yeah.
A toilet. A blanket.
I encouraged him to purge the gummy bear out of his stomach. Remember when I did that?
I absolutely remember. Yep, I remember that.
I don't know.
Speaking of loaded guns, the girl with the loaded and cocked 45. Well, a guy shot and killed himself after playing with a gun that he didn't think was loaded. How does this still happen?
Dude, will always perplex me.
You
always assume the gun is loaded.
Always. That's like rule number 1.
Never point it at anything unless you're ready to fire it.
Chad Harrison was driving a car. He was driving the car with 2 of his buddies in Aurora, Illinois, when he pulled out a 45 and he was messing around and pointed the gun to his head, thinking there were no bullets inside. He put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger. So they're cooking down the freeway and he's like,
he's driving.
Boom. And his buddies are just like, holy shit.
Brain matter everywhere.
Imagine that scene inside a car.
Slumps.
Yeah.
You're cooking down the highway.
Yeah. And they were able to get the car over and stopped. That's unbelievable. His funeral is going to be on Saturday if anyone is thinking about attending.
I don't know. Why does it keep happening? It'll always happen. It'll happen forevermore. There'll always be an asshole like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's amazing that it still happens.
Hey, do you want to sell your home with a competitive edge? Listen to this. Give potential buyers a huge incentive and sell your home with a new car in the garage. Right now, when you list your home with Chris Jajelski, her and Steve Gabarra will arrange for the buyer of your home to have a brand new Ford sitting in their new garage on closing day. Check out Krista's website at kristasellshouses.com or call her anytime at 586-918-0900 for more details.
Rescue workers are desperately searching for a 5-month-old baby.
Oh, no.
Not easy to lose a 5-month-old baby, I wouldn't think, typically. They believe she was chucked into a creek by mom. How often is this going to happen? This is something new in the last few years, I feel like. Like the idea of mothers throwing their kids.
No, I think it's a postpartum thing. You hear about that all the time.
Really?
This depression.
Chucking your kid in a lake?
Well, not necessarily a lake,
Or
but
a creek?
often your kids somehow.
Wow.
You're seriously damaging them.
The search for baby Grace was suspended Tuesday night after it became too dark to search for the little girl. Rescue teams were back on the scene first thing this morning. Police said they were first notified about the baby girl's disappearance when the 33-year-old Sarah Tony's neighbors called 911 after the woman comes knocking on her door drenched in water. And she told this homeowner that, oh, yeah, I chucked the infant into the creek.
Oh.
And so this lady's like,
no, you didn't. No, really? No.
Yeah, call 911 time. They immediately start searching the rushing waters for the girl. I guess these waters are usually like 2 feet in depth, which would be the end for a 5-month-old. I'm assuming a 5-month-old wouldn't be able to get themselves out of 2 feet deep water.
They can't swim.
No, not strongly anyways. No. Well, they've had a lot of rain apparently, and so that it's like 6 feet deep, which is probably even harder for a 5-month-old to get out of that.
Unless you're the Nirvana baby, the Nevermind baby.
That's a good point. He could have done it. This woman's also got a 9-month-old daughter.
Oh, perfect. Wait, what?
Yeah.
A 9-month-old?
I'm sorry, a 9-year-old daughter. Sorry, I did not mean. That would have been impressive. That would have been an impressive part of the story.
She is a guinea pig. The mother in the story is a guinea pig.
Yeah.
We didn't tell you that fact.
Yeah.
9-year-old and 5-month-old.
Yeah. So they gave that kid to the biological father. And
I'm sure he'll do swimmingly with her.
Yeah. Well, she's had a tough year, they said, having been arrested at least twice in the last 12 months for she was booked on a slew of charges, lying to cops, possession of marijuana, crack cocaine, shoplifting, and then domestic violence back in March. So I don't know, if you haven't found a kid at that age, like after like an hour, isn't it just like game over? I mean, I suppose it could be sitting on a muddy bank, river bank somewhere, right?
God,
I know.
I think at that point, it's just like recover this thing so it doesn't freak anybody else out who finds it.
Yeah.
Like a normal citizen.
Maybe.
Let's like spare the public
from
finding this little thing.
I think right now they're still in the let's find this thing and hope it's alive mode.
Right.
I know after 2 days, could a 5-month-old survive for a day and a half without titty milk?
Yeah, but it was in a fucking 6 feet of water.
Well, they don't know. She just said she threw it in a creek, but I mean, it could have just been the side bed. I don't know.
Crazy bitch could have put it anywhere.
Yeah. Remember we were talking the other day. I don't know. Remember what we were talking about? The Kardashian, Khloe.
Yes.
And how you just commented flippantly like, "Oh yeah, OJ's
kid." Yeah.
It turns out OJ,
she of course came up in the news recently because of Lamar Odom.
Right.
She's the one who was married to him or still is married to him.
Technically. Yeah, still is. OJ has been talking to someone and has denied that he's the father, like on the record, according to this security guy from the jail. And Page 6 is reporting that OJ confided in this prison guard, Jeffrey Felix, over the last 7 years. Jeffrey told the site that OJ said I would never have betrayed his late friend Robert Kardashian by having an affair with his former wife. In an interview, Jeffrey said, I would never do that to my friend Bob. I would never tap Chris.
Quote unquote.
Quote, yes. I would never tap Chris.
Oh, OJ.
Oh,
God,
juice.
he's got away with words.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard.
Looks like him, man.
She does. and it's kind of hard to take OJ's word when he says,
right.
I would never. How could anybody think that I would tap Chris?
Those ugly ass shoes.
Yeah. How could anybody say that I would kill Nicole? How could anybody think that?
That I would hurt her.
Yeah. I
That I
would
would harm
never.
her.
So, yeah, you take it with a grain of salt. OJ picked me out. He ended up trusting me almost as much as Al Cowlings. You're like a brother to me. Whenever I bring it up, he giggles. Chris tried to persuade her daughters to take a paternity test, I guess, on one of the episodes, and she wouldn't. Lionel Richie is the other guy that's been rumored to be her father. He told TMZ that, of course not. They are my kids. They grew up in my house, but no, I'm not the dad. Chris is
hello.
Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile.
Or someone loving you.
Yeah. However that song goes.
I know how to win your heart.
Chris has previously admitted to having an affair during her marriage to Robert.
That's right. I have heard that.
Yeah.
But she doesn't say who, right? She's just like, well, I banged somebody.
She did. She says Robert had been the only guy I'd been with since I was 18. I don't know why I was having a midlife crisis at 30, but I was. His name was Ryan, and he was a producer. We had wild sex everywhere all the time. Robert is said to have filed for divorce after catching her out with this dude at a restaurant.
And no one's ever been able to track down who Ryan is. I'm sure the media's been all over that, right? Because the Kardashians are top
big enough
of the news.
name. So Chris says, I know who is her father. I was there, right there. I gave birth. I knew who the dad was. Everything's good. We're all good. I don't deny that you know who the father is, but everybody can take a look at that and go, it's not Robert Kardashian. But at least OJ came clean and said how can anybody say I would tap Chris? I would never tap Chris.
Case solved.
Should we do some email and then go check on our tar?
Let me check on him real quick. 1 second.
Okay. You want to hit the hold music while you do that? Welcome back, sir.
Yeah. He just he gave me the Mike Utley thumbs up.
You did.
We know how well that went, so I feel good about it.
Yeah.
We do have some email, Mike.
What do we got, buddy?
Well, John writes in, I don't listen to the show using the YouTube feed as a general rule. I watched 458 yesterday, and I've noticed something. Is it me, or does Mike look a lot like Michael J. Fox while sitting on that stool?
Michael J. Fox?
He kind of has a bob and a weave like him. To be clear, I'm not taking a shot at Michael J. Fox. That would be a dick move. Henceforth, he is Michael J. Walters. He could pull off a good Marty McFly next year for Halloween, providing Fox is still with us. I've heard the turtle guy from Entourage.
Yeah.
Get that one a lot, but Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. I don't see
He's suggesting you have sort of a Parkinson's sort of sway.
Am I a little shaky about me? Is there something shaky about me? I don't know.
To watch that. Josh writes in, guys, the key element that seems to be this is the Walking While Black video that we watched yesterday. So we have the professor, what was it, English professor, something like that.
She was the dean.
Okay.
At that.
And of course, she's walking along a road, and she's exercise walking. So she's moving her arms in a weird way, kind of flapping them, which looks curious.
Yeah.
Enough so that you'd be like, what's up with that lady? But you'd quickly realize she's exercising. Well, cop car comes up behind, and they stop her. They get out, and they're very cordial. Everything seems to be good. She starts to kind of, in the middle of it, walking while black, huh? So I'm getting stopped by these two cops while I'm just walking, and she starts to take offense, but she's not out of control or anything, but she certainly jumps to conclusions that the thing was done racially, because she then posts on Facebook and all that. So the comment on this is, guys, the key element that seems to be missing in this scenario, she's being warned that she is impeding traffic. It's just like getting let off with a warning for speeding. There should be a log of who was being warned, so there can be a record of whether she blatantly ignored said warning next time. Here in Michigan, here's the problem, though. Just like speeding, you don't have to pull over everybody who's speeding, right? So my suggestion in this video was, maybe they just roll up and say, hey, just concerned that you're in the road right here. Maybe you walk on the other side of the road. Maybe better yet, walk on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So that's a reasonable move, I think, by the cops. And my only suggestion was maybe there's something less they could do that was reasonable, realizing there's discretion in this. And
yeah, I think the problem that I have with it is I don't know that I saw anything in that video that leads me to believe that those actions were taken by those police officers because she was black.
Oh, absolutely not.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, could I see them doing the same thing to me? I could. I haven't been in that particular situation, but I don't know.
But I guess that's my question. Like, is that okay? Is that cool for them to stop somebody and demand papers?
Yeah.
Identification when you're just walking down the street, and without like some report that there's been some robbery in in the last 10 minutes or something. I don't know. People are very sensitive now about why they're being stopped. Why is the government infringing on what I'm doing?
Right.
I'm just walking down my street.
Right.
So of course she, as a black woman, though, takes it to the next level, which I don't know that E was really defending that and saying that there was something racial there, but E was all over it because he had a problem that they were even being stopped as well.
Right. Right.
But he didn't articulate it very well in typical E fashion.
I think we're seeing this a lot, and obviously we see it more than most because we're reading this stuff all the time. But every time that I see a group of people who are reportedly being obnoxious, being thrown off a wine train in San Francisco, or being kicked off a flight for being unruly, or being thrown out of a restaurant for behavior things, or whatever, it seems like if they're black and the cop is white, that means that it had to have been racially motivated, taking completely out of the equation. Like, wait a minute, nobody walked up to you. If they said, oh, I'm sorry, we're not letting black people on this flight tonight, absolutely, you have an issue there. But the fact is, you're on the flight, something happened that made them react this way and remove you from said flight. Now, was that because you were black? I would argue probably rather unlikely. I suppose anything's possible, but I'm just not ready to jump to that conclusion every time something happens where someone feels they were wronged. And you've got experience with this, Jay, where every time someone's fired, it doesn't mean it was because they were gay or black or whatever, or a woman.
Yeah, I represented tons of companies in lawsuits where the individual employee was suing after they got fired for shit performance, like legitimately shit performance that had been documented for years sometimes.
Right.
And once the hammer falls, it's, well, that discipline I got 2 years ago. And even after that, it was all because of my race or because of my weight,
my sexual
gender, sexual orientation, whatever it is. And yeah, it all comes down to personal responsibility.
Yeah.
Right. And people are unwilling to, I guess, really reflect on how they are personally responsible in a circumstance.
Yeah.
And just imagine that if you're constantly, putting up this excuse for yourself.
That's
and then in society, you do see, in this example, race, you do see racism going on. And then that just feeds into that.
Yeah.
And it becomes this fucking vicious kind of defense mechanism thing.
Yeah. And that's hard to watch because I try to put myself in that position, and I just know, and maybe that's me being naive about how the world works for some people versus myself. But I just know that if I was in that exact situation, I wouldn't think twice about being asked for ID there. I might go, oh, fuck, you bother me for my ID to myself, but I'd walk away and I wouldn't think twice about it.
See,
and maybe that's the naive part about me.
I probably wouldn't think twice about it at the time. I'd gladly give it to him. But after I walked away, I'd probably think, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just walking along like
in my neighborhood.
What the fuck?
Sure. Yeah. And
unfortunately, conditions are ripe right now where a woman like that sort of thing starts going through her head, and she gets down and sits down at the keyboard, and all of a sudden we're on social media talking about a racist issue.
Right.
Which is bullshit.
Which is easy to run with. People will start throwing her name out as if it's a factual thing now.
Yeah.
We see it all the time. Renisha McBride gets thrown in with all the other people that were murdered by vicious, murderous cops.
Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, and it's
Cop?
like,
really?
No, that's not what happened, but the facts don't matter. So it just wouldn't surprise me if this Bland got thrown in, her last name being Bland. I can't remember her first name, but it's just kind of thrown up as an argument talking point going forward when you're seeing these talking heads who are making money off this going, it's just like Sandra Bland down in Texas getting murdered in her jail cell, and this Bland being stopped for walking while black in her neighborhood. And to me, that's unfair because people hear that part of the story and think that's a reality, and then you get asswipes going, I'm going to Canada, they're murdering us. I need to move to
asylum.
I need asylum in Canada.
Asylum, dude.
They're hunting us. It's like, calm down. No one's being hunted.
Josh continues. It's just like, he continues. Here in Michigan, you can absolutely be ticketed for it. For walking
while black.
No, for impeding traffic.
Yeah.
And locally in East Point, we have an ordinance specifically prohibiting walking the street when there's a usable sidewalk present. We have packs of disrespectful teen assholes who will intentionally walk down the middle of the road, then look at you driving like you're some asshole for being in their way. We've all seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Really reminds me of this Dennis Leary bit about biking assholes on the road. Honk, honk, you're dead. I don't know that bit, but
I'm not sure either. I noticed it in Ann Arbor. I noticed that every time I'm in Ann Arbor because they have the rules where the pedestrian always has the right of way. I believe is yeah. So
you've got that even in your village here, Franklin.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they've got those kind of semi-stop things. But there's just not that much traffic. But there is a lot in Ann Arbor, and I notice people don't even look. They're not. I'm going down the road, and if I don't see you, and you just walk into traffic without even, it's like, at least give me the common courtesy to look both ways.
Yeah.
Just don't assume that me in this 3,000-pound car are paying complete attention. I mean, that just seems crazy to me, but I see it all the time. People just step off a curb and like, oh, I have the right of way on the pedestrian in Ann Arbor, so deal with it.
Officer Frank writes,
who's going to lose in that argument?
Yeah.
Who's going to lose when it comes to my car versus your body? You have way more to lose than I do in that fight.
Pay attention, assholes. Officer Frank chimes in. So we have an officer, which we sort of asked for.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us what the deal is in this situation. He says, love the show. Got turned on to you guys several months ago. You guys make my time pushing a police cruiser around the suburbs enjoyable. On show number 459, Jay and E were lambasting the two officers who stopped the crazy arm walker in the street. A little background on the two officers is very important. One was in the field training officer phase, or FTO. This occurs when officers are new and can last for a predetermined time or until the officer is deemed ready to work to work by themselves. When this training is conducted, there is normally no room for the trainee to stray away from the department policies, hence why it was so damn official looking and sounding. During that phase, trainers attempt to expose officers to as many citizen contacts as they can to see how they handle themselves. As far as the subject of identification, most departments want their officers to identify subjects from any encounters which may be deemed as, quote, citizen contacts or, quote, calls for service. Identification of persons can be very useful after the fact for various reasons, including citizen complaints, unreported crimes at the time of the contact, and a host of other things that most of the general public or that dumbass Big E would never consider. The use of the video camera with audio shows confirms that it was deemed an official contact by the officers before they got out of their cruiser. Personally, I would have been checking to see if she had a mental disorder, seeing her fucking arms flailing about.
Yeah.
Back to walking the street in Michigan, a person. But before we go on, I mean, my point is you have discretion at that point, and my only thing was you didn't have to stop her like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you didn't have to kind of like stop her from her exercise. I guess according to the policy is once you do that official contact, then you do take the information.
That's kind of where I was going last
why
night
not just
when I
roll up and be like, "Hey, can you get on the sidewalk?"
Yeah,
whatever. We gone over it.
Yeah, we did, but that was my point last night. I tried to make. I think it was on the air where it was like I thought that's kind of policy from departments when if you get to the point where you're making contact with a person that is kind of par for that. And I don't know.
Well,
what
it has
the truth
to be,
is.
It has to be some, like he says, call for service or citizen.
Yeah.
It can't be every fucking person a guy comes in
Yeah.
contact with. So it must be that this training situation elevated this to some extent to something more official.
If that's true, I don't know that to be true necessarily. Not that it's not, but
back to walking in the street. In Michigan, a person such as an academic in the video could have refused to identify herself to the officers with no consequences if she was deemed not be breaking any law. However, if that piece of work had been walking in Michigan, she would have been a lawbreaker. In Michigan, you cannot walk in any public street / thoroughfare where sidewalks are provided. I love your guys' show. Keep up the good work, but God damn it, you really need to get a police officer on staff to give you guys some level-headed help on the police procedures. Peace out from your 5-0 listening audience, Officer Frank. You actually mentioned that before we even went on air yesterday. Like, God, I'd love to have like a cop, on this show who can walk us through some of this shit.
Yeah, because a lot of it does seem procedural, very official at times, and yeah, it's impossible to know. Like you said, there's discretion that's used at all this, because I could absolutely see that being a cop rolling up and going, "Hey, I saw that car coming up. Just be careful out here. Maybe get on the other side." That would seem reasonable to me too. Mm-hmm. And if there's a reason why that's not the way to do it, that I'd love to hear from an actual cop that goes, "Here's the 10 reasons why you don't do that."
Right.
So,
Nina writes in, "Good day, non-consenting king, obsessed Periscope user, and future Periscope pervert. Over the last few days, I too have been familiarizing myself with the Periscope app. I love that I can follow the Detroit Cast and replay the videos you record at my convenience. I couldn't sleep last night, and so I ventured onto Periscope to see what was out there. I started with the map and immediately zoomed in on the mitten to see what my fellow Michiganders were up to. I opened up a stream from South Central Michigan, and surprise, there was now some dude jacking it on my phone screen.
No.
After spending a few seconds laughing at the comments and noting the quality of this guy's circ job, I moved on. Next stop was the Middle East, where I found some guy driving around the desert in what appeared to be a Toyota truck while singing in Arabic. I then noticed that you can search the current streams in list form and see which streams have the most viewers. Saw one stream with over 500 viewers and opened it up. Well, surprise again, it's some chick in a bra and panties dancing around for her audience. Again, the comments were hilarious. Basically, a bunch of guys demanding her to remove the remainder of her clothing. I admit I stuck around for a couple minutes to see if she would appease them, but she didn't, and I again moved on. I found the amount of debauchery and douchebaggery to be extremely amusing.
Yeah.
I think Periscope has now replaced Facebook as my new favorite thing to waste time on. Check it out, Eric. It can be a new softcore porn site for you to toss off to. Take care, boys. Winky face, Nina.
Thanks, Nina.
That's probably a good assessment. In my short time on there, that's kind of what I observed as well. Or the third category is just some doucher laying on his bed going, "Yeah, so what's up, everybody?"
Yeah. That's what I found mostly is that.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Scott writes in, "Hey, Colonel Nathan R. Jessup, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and the homo that thinks he is an elite cyclist because he can pedal his mom's bike when riding downhill. Years ago, I worked for the Boss moving and storage company out of Kego Harbor / Sylvan Lake. One day, we were moving everything out of an upscale condo. In the master bedroom, there was a large rectangle opening cut in the floorboards and down to the floor joists. I thought it was quite strange, but just worked around the opening as we spent about 4 hours moving everything out. There also was a strange and disgusting smell in the dwelling. We had come across so many odd and weird things on different moves that we did not put much thought into this scenario. Not till the end of the day were we told by the individual supervising the move that the previous owner had killed himself in the master bedroom and no one found him for about 2 months. Oh, I guess his body emulsified through the carpet and deep into the upstairs floor. That is why the floor was completely cut out and approximately the size of a body. They took out all the plywood and everything.
Oh no.
Realizing I had spent a lot of time in that room and often walked close to the edge of the hole while inhaling that awful scent, I made sure my boss got an earful from me the next day. He had known all along, but did not tell us. I would have never gone into that condo had I known.
Yeah.
Good day, sir. I said good day.
Oh, that's brutal.
That is
Brutal.
Matt writes in, "Hey, Mike J and Fukfase E. My wife is a longtime listener and has emailed a few times. She has repeatedly tried to get me to listen, but the pure hatred for E stopped me every time. I decided about a week ago to give it another shot and ignore the retard. Now I listen every day, and my wife and I share the laughter. Keep up the good work. Love the show.
Cool.
P.S. I also graduated from Specs, so keep in mind if you finally get tired and fire the retard." It's good to know, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. It's good to have a new listener.
I think we should save the rest for tomorrow.
Okay.
Should I check on him real quick so that we can
give a final update on him?
Hold on.
Yeah, boy.
E, you all right? Shake of the head. Affirmative. He's good.
Thumbs up. He gave us the Utley.
Gave us thought lead.
Very good. Very good. All right. Well, now my night begins. What to do with a
A 38-year-old
sting-sing
overserved retard.
Yeah. I think he's going to be fine, right? How long does that shit last?
I think you throw him in the shower and it probably
That's what I'm thinking.
cut it in half.
I'm going to need your help getting him into the car, though. It's all there is to it. There's no way I'm going to drag his body up into his car. I mean, I'll start it and put it in gear, get him rolling down the driveway.
Point it down the driveway for him.
Yeah, and I'm not a monster. I'm not saying he has to go home, but he can't stay here. So like, if we can just get him a few blocks down the road, even then he can, throw that thing in park or whatever.
Do what he does.
Yeah, and do what he does. So, yeah, but I guess that's where we're at right now. So
I guess I'll help you. You've got gloves and
I do have gloves.
rope pulley system.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
So we'll get going on that. Thanks everybody for hanging with us on a Thursday, and we'll do it again tomorrow for an all new Friday edition. We'll see you guys then.
You've been listening